Okay, so let's unpack this. Imagine looking up, right? And instead of the moon, you see this giant bright blue orb. And it's just getting bigger every day.
Yeah, that's the hook. Not sci-fi today, but the premise for our deep dive.
Exactly. What if Uranus just, minding its own business way out there?
Yeah.
Suddenly wasn't. What if it just changed course straight for us?
Well, the first thing that strikes you is how unlikely that is. Planetary orbits, especially for something as massive and distant as Uranus, they're incredibly stable.
Governed by gravity, right?
Precisely. A delicate balance. For an ice giant to just get yanked off its path like that, it would take something truly, truly massive. A cosmic event we can barely imagine.
Right. So we're diving into this really mind-bending what if. Picture it. Maybe 30 days ago, Uranus just pops into view in our sky.
Initially, you'd think, confusion, right, maybe a new comet.
Yeah, then the calculations come in and that gut punch realization hits. It's coming right at us.
It's not exactly your average Tuesday.
Not at all. And, how does something that big appear so suddenly? Wouldn't its gravity, announce its arrival way sooner?
That's a really good point. We should detect gravitational anomalies, subtle tugs on other planets or spacecraft, long before we could actually see it looming. It wouldn't just visually appear out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. And that makes this scenario even weirder, doesn't it? Because the setup suggests astronomers first thought maybe 13 years?
Right, a 13-year warning, which is terrifying, obviously, but it's something. Time to process, maybe even try something desperate. Who knows?
Nope. This Uranus is in a hurry. The timeline gets slashed to just 30 days.
30 days. Planetary evacuation. Forget it. It's completely off the table.
It just throws all our planetary defense ideas right out the window, doesn't it? We think about deflecting asteroids, maybe comets.
Yeah, smaller stuff with years of warning, hopefully. A whole planet with a month's notice. That's a whole different category of disaster.
And the irony, the view at first.
Yeah.
This brilliant blue star just getting bigger, brighter. It's almost beautiful, isn't it? In a really, really disturbing way.
Deceptively beautiful, yeah. A celestial wonder that's actually a death sentence. But that wouldn't be the only thing lighting up the sky.
Oh, right, because to get here, Uranus has to, plow through the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter?
Exactly. Imagine that. It just barges through, kicking asteroids everywhere. All those stable orbits.
Yeah.
Gone. Chaos.
This turns the inner solar system into a giant pinball machine.
And these aren't small rocks we're talking about. The scenario mentions some could be up to, 240 kilometers across?
240 kilometers. That makes the dinosaur-killing asteroid look like a pebble.
Pretty much. We're talking multiple impacts, any one of which could be an extinction-level event on its own, even before Uranus gets close.
So these beautiful shooting stars we'd see, they're actually massive asteroids raining down. A spectacular and horrifyingly lethal meteor shower. What a month.
A spectacularly bad month, yeah. And all the while, Uranus itself just keeps getting bigger in the sky.
Looming. Swelling until it's bigger than the moon appears to us.
Imagine that sight. A huge blue disk just hanging there, dominating the sky day and night, blocking out the stars.
Chilling. But the view, however dramatic, is probably the least of our worries compared to the gravity, right? Uranus is, 15 times Earth's mass?
Around that, yes. 15 times the mass means 15 times the gravitational pull getting closer and closer. The tidal forces on Earth would be immense.
So what does that do to the planet?
It would tear it apart, basically. Uncontrollable volcanic eruptions everywhere, earthquakes like nothing in recorded history. The ground itself would become unstable.
Just constant geological chaos.
Unimaginable chaos. And if somehow that wasn't enough, there's the smell.
Ugh, right. The stink of doom. You wouldn't think a planet collision comes with its own signature scent, but apparently.
Well, it's down to its atmosphere. Uranus's upper atmosphere is full of hydrogen sulfide.
Which is rotten eggs, basically.
Yeah, that's the one. The exact same chemical compound. Now, imagine not just a whiff, but an entire planet's worth of that gas washing over Earth as it gets close.
Oh, God. So we'd be choked by the smell of rotten eggs on a planetary scale.
It's worse than just the smell. Hydrogen sulfide is highly toxic, especially in those concentrations. It stops your cells from using oxygen. It would be instantly lethal, suffocating, poisonous, another layer of extinction event.
Wow. Okay. Asteroids, gravity tearing the planet apart, toxic gas, surely that's it.
Not quite. Uranus isn't coming alone. It's bringing its entourage.
Ah, the moons. How many does it have again?
27 known moons, and they'd all be swept along for the ride.
So it's not just one big impact.
No, it's a swarm. Earth gets hit from multiple sides by these moons, some of which are pretty big themselves, just before or during the main event, a global bombardment.
It just keeps getting worse. Okay, so then comes the final collision, the fiery end.
That's the term used, yeah. As Uranus collides with or engulfs Earth, the remaining atmosphere gets compressed incredibly rapidly.
Like pumping a bike tire really fast, it gets hot.
Exactly, but on an unimaginable scale. The compression and friction generate so much heat so quickly that the atmosphere itself would ignite.
The whole planet just catches fire.
A global inferno, essentially. And the end result, Earth, or what's left of it, gets gravitationally captured. It becomes a new moon of Uranus.
Wow. So planetary demolition followed by cosmic annexation. We become moon number 28.
A shattered, lifeless moon number 28. It's a grim outcome. But, there's a potential cosmic irony here for Uranus itself.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Well, Uranus spins funny, right, on its side.
Yeah, its axial tilt is like 98 degrees or something crazy.
Exactly. And the leading theory is that a massive collision, probably with an Earth-sized object early in its history, knocked it over like that.
Okay, so it has a history of violent encounters.
It does. So this scenario suggests, maybe, just maybe, colliding with Earth could actually knock it again, perhaps change its tilt, maybe even nudge it back towards being more upright.
Huh. So our planet's destruction might actually fix Uranus's weird spin. That's bizarre.
Cosmic irony, like I said.
Yeah.
And the scenario ends with this haunting image. If life somehow reemerged way down the line on Earth's remnants,
What would they see?
they'd see Uranus dominating their sky, like looking up at Jupiter from one of its moons, a constant reminder of what happened.
That gives me chills. So let's just quickly recap this nightmare fuel.
Okay, so sudden appearance, impossibly short 30-day warning, no escape,
Then bombardment by giant asteroids kicked out of the belt.
followed by catastrophic earthquakes and volcanoes from the gravitational pull.
Then suffocation by a planet-sized cloud of toxic stinking gas.
You don't forget being pummeled by its 27 moons first.
Right. And then the final collision, atmospheric ignition, and Earth becoming just another moon.
It really puts our little existence in perspective, doesn't it? It's a what if, of course, but the physics involved, gravity, atmospheres, collisions, that's all real science.
It makes you think, though. Could something that unexpected ever really happen? What other, cosmic curveballs are out there that we haven't even thought of?
It's a vast universe. And while orbits are generally stable, cosmic history is full of collisions and chaos. It definitely underscores the dynamic and sometimes violent nature of the solar system we live in. Makes you appreciate the relative calm we have now, doesn't it?
It certainly does. A lot to ponder there about the quiet drama playing out in the distant solar system.